Hello everybody, this is Mateo, and this doesn't look like a wind-based cave. This looks more like a burn your feet off, oh my god, it's so hot lava floor cave. But either way, we are in the Whisperwind Cove, believe it or not, with our current scenery. But this is the cave that opens up after you beat Tiamat, and our very final bonus dungeon of 4. So that's pretty nice as well. We are currently on floor 11, about to go on to floor 12 out of 40. And we have already defeated one of the bosses of 4. Speaking of the bosses, just going to mention it again, this cave contains spoilers to certain bosses of Final Fantasy VI, as well as the dog barking, yeah! No! Oh well. But yes, it contains spoilers to certain bosses of Final Fantasy VI, so if you don't want to be spoiled of that, then stop watching for the next 3 videos, including this one, and then we'll have the finale. So that's pretty nice. We're coming to a close here. That's pretty nice. And oh my god, this floor. Okay, so we've basically had a fire floor, an ice floor, and now an earth floor. We've basically had every single element out of the book except for wind. So much for this being a wind cave, huh? But anyways, this floor is a maze of rocks and stuff. Well, mainly just rocks, really. But for whatever reason, I can't find my way through it. And, you know, granted I can kinda see why I couldn't see it at first, but it's still not that bad. Okay, I just passed it right there. There's a little passageway. Excuse me, I keep on burping. There's a little passageway right there that you can pass through and continue on with this maze. But I don't really see it, because that big rock right there is half covering it, and I'm thinking like, oh, I can't pass that rock. So I continue going on through, check the door again, but there was nothing in there. Continue looking around, maybe I missed something over here, no. Maybe not, continue going on, and I'll eventually. And look, I just even right then walked through the rock as though it were nothing, like I'm supposed to over there. But just... it's just stupid moments like these that I notice when I'm commentating over my gameplay. Although I did know, I was like, oh my god, really? Wow! You know, that kind of reaction once I did that. So, yeah. Luckily I didn't get stuck over there thinking I couldn't pass that. But if you see me stop every once in a while, it's because I think that there's an enemy there that I need to find that'll only be on that type of floor. So that'll happen, like there are only certain, like there are enemies that you can only find on like floors 20 through 30 and only on the ice type floors, stuff like that. But here we have a mage village of all the mages in the game, basically, and they have every single spell for you to buy, just in case you didn't buy anything earlier on. Which I'm going to take this chance to buy a couple spells for my knight and my ninja, because they can learn them. Well, very few of them, only level 4 and below. And they aren't very powerful with them either, so you're probably going to want to stay with just buffs and debuffs, because you're not going to be able to do a whole lot otherwise. I'm going to get Protect and Blink for my knight. And again, this is chump change for me now. I've maxed out my money amount. Okay, get Cure, because why not? It's only 50 gil, and I have, like, a million. Really, I've maxed out. Well, I had the gil maxed out until I bought stuff. But, oh well. And stupid Hilara, which I can't buy, And Hilaga, too. Seriously, like, if I could change one thing about this run-through, it would be somehow getting me to be able to get Hilaga, which means probably replacing my black mage with a white mage, but oh well. Still, pretty good with this run. It's pretty good. Rather quick, although these bonus dungeons are kind of doubling the time that the original game took me to play through. But oh well. Okay, we got a power plus that'll probably go to the knight. We could get Dark, although Temper is good, so you want to get Temper, and Slow as well, even though I'm never going to use it. I just don't debuff enemies in this game, I have no idea why. Just, well, they die quickly enough anyways, although it could be used on some bosses. You know what, I wonder how much easier Omega would have been if I had debuffed him, like put Slow or something on him. Probably would have been at least slightly easier. Oh well. And now here we are in this Flying Fortress, finally a wind theme level after all that not wind. So if I could actually like figure out what I'm going to do, looking in my bestiary, trying to see if I had found that one enemy that I had been looking for, or trying to see if I'd found a certain enemy. I do have a checklist. Well, I did have a checklist when I was playing this, but I was getting kind of sloppy with crossing things out, so I wasn't 100% sure, so I just decided to check to see if I had the monster. And I'm pretty sure it turned out that I didn't. So we're going to go see that monster in like 5 seconds once I find the stairs, or rather the teleporter that leads out of this floor and glitchy screen, yay. And by yay, I mean crap. Yeah, kinda totally antonyms there, but oh well. There's our teleporter, but before we do that, we can find death manticores. I like the coloring of these guys, and they run away because I'm level 99, but we can still quickly kill one and get them in our bestiary. Lots of enemies are going to run away from you in this place. I mean, they might be new, but they're still rather weak, and if you're like me and level 99, they're going to pee themselves and then run. As disgusting as it sounds, it totally happens. I mean, if you look really closely on their side of the battle window, you can see little puddles of pee where they used to be. What am I talking about? I have no idea. Also, the ninja has 777 health. That's lucky. I'm going to go ahead and give the knight the speed plus, just because, why not? I feel like the ninja is speedy enough. And, well, the knight's kind of our leader. I mean, I guess I'd say that the knight is the leader. He's the one that's running around on this place, and he's the first party member in the row of 4. As well as he's also like that strong, stalwart kind of figure who isn't brought down by anything. Except for Shinryu. But, yeah. He's also really well-rounded over everything. I mean, he has a lot of defense, a lot of health. Although then again, all the characters now have that much health, but still, he was the one with the most health for a very long time. A lot of defense, a lot of attack power. Really, the only thing he can't do very well is magic, but, well, you can't have everything, otherwise you would be, like, super overpowered. But still, I feel like the knight is kind of overpowered. Once used right, once you get the haste and the temper going especially, he just becomes, quite the beast. Is that what the kids are saying nowadays? I don't know. But really, he is pretty awesome, and I feel like every single party should have at least one knight, unless you're doing like a white mage solo run or some crap like that, because you have a lot of free time on your hands, I don't even know. But, yeah. I'm probably never ever going to do anything like that anyways. I just don't have the patience to be hitting enemies with my staff for like 2 damage continuously. Like, even with the speed up, I don't know if I could do that. I honestly don't think I could. Definitely not for YouTube. I mean, people would get bored of that. And then I like wouldn't be able to speed up battles because I would be like, oh, I gotta show this game in its entirety, although with editing out battles, but I still can't speed those up. I don't know. I think my emulator actually glitches out the recording if I use the speed up button while I'm recording. Okay, last warning about that whole spoilers thing, because we are at our second boss of 4. So let's go ahead and talk to him. Maybe. Now. There we go. He's armed. Well, he has 8 armed. Oh god, it's Ultros. Of course, they couldn't have a pack of Final Fantasy VI bosses without having Ultros. He's kind of that running gag, sort of, in the game. So it's really neat how they brought him back for this. And he's kinda tough. He can take hits. That's pretty much it. He'll try to ink you, which I'm pretty sure casts darkness. But that isn't going to affect you. And also look at that, ninja using haste. Oh yeah. To cut down the buffing by a turn. He could also just use temper, but, you know, I'm just going to have my mages use temper at this point. And oh my god. What, wasn't the knight doing like only 900 before? And then it more than doubled. Well, I guess I also used temper on him with the ninja, so that would make sense. I was going to say, like, wow, haste is extremely good. But no, it was a combination of both haste and temper. Still, that's a lot of damage considering this game, where your characters only have 999 HP, and most enemies only do about 100 damage to you, and most enemies only have Well, most bosses only have like 10,000 health. You're cutting out like a fifth of their health on average in a single attack. And with the ninja and knight combined, you're taking out about 4,000, 5,000 damage. And then with the mages hitting as well, you're taking out 6,000 health a turn. And that is quite a lot for this game. I mean, I think Omega had like 20,000, 30,000-ish. But he also has a crap ton of defense. So that's not a very good comparison. Shinryu, I think he had like 20,000, 25,000. So, and he's one of the more powerful bosses in this game. But, well, there you go. Anyways, we got a Rune Staff from Ultros, which is nice, although I'm pretty sure Judgment Staff, yeah, Judgment Staff is better. And no, I don't want that crappy Wizard's Hat, I want the ribbon. Just because I want to be blocked from those ailments. So that's pretty good, nice. Wizard Hat is better defensively, but how many times does the Black Wizard really get hit? And then, like, how much damage does it really do, still? Honestly, at this point, the blocking of status ailments is probably better. So there you go. I still have Excalibur in my inventory, I just saw it for a split second. Wow. You're old news, Excalibur, old news. And here in this cave we have Blood Tigers, which run away, and look, there's that little puddle of pee again. Well, or we could just murder them. There we go. Very crappy experience, very crappy guild, but I don't need either of those, so that doesn't matter. I just need bestiary entries. And here's a yellow dragon. I'm pretty sure I've met up with one of these earlier, but, well, there you go. It only wasted like 5 seconds, so that really doesn't matter. Whether I did or didn't, well, there you go. And here we have a poison eagle. All of a sudden, we have a whole bunch of new enemies. Awesome. They also die really easily, but at least they don't run away. I mean, it gets kind of annoying, like if you're trying to kill something and then it runs away, and then there goes your random encounter and you have to go searching for them all over again. Seriously, like for instance, those death manticores took me forever to find, and I found them like 3 other times. So, that's really the only annoying thing of this, as well as the only annoying thing of being overleveled, is the fact that the enemies actually run away. So, be warned against that. And here we have the Knocker, which is a new type of goblin, believe it or not. And I like this color scheme that they got going on. I also like how weak they are, and they're only getting 1 hit. Oh, he got 2. Man, he told me. He also did 33 damage to that. Considering that they were doing 1 damage with 1 hit, I don't know. Well, either way, they're dead pretty much. Oh, he got 2 hits, holy crap. My mage got 8, and he murdered your face. Well, at least he actually lived the Black Wizard's attack, I guess. Most of the enemies haven't been able to do that. Here we got a light curtain. Still don't know what that does, because I just plain don't use battle items. I don't know why. I mean, they could be useful at some points, but mostly not, at least to me. And here we have some dual knights, which don't do all that much. Although they do have a bit of HP. However, Black Wizard managed to kill one, although it was weakened earlier by another hit. But back on the subject of battle items, I really think that the only time that battle items would be helpful is if you're doing like a solo white mage run or something like that, and you have to buff quickly, or without using MP or something like that. And that's really the only time it would be good. And here we have some unicorns, and now we're going to drink its blood and live forever. I mean, we murdered it, we might as well, right? Now we can't die, so now the final boss is going to be a complete and total pushover. Oh yeah. Although now we have committed a crime against nature or something like that. Oh well. It doesn't matter, we're just generic characters, they don't know our names. We're generic. Okay, so if I could actually find my way out of this floor, what is with me in these mazes and completely sucking at them? Come on now, me, in the past. How long ago was this recorded? Like 2 months? 3 months? It's been a while. And here we have Devil Wizard. More Astos recolors. Like the Dark Fighter, which for whatever reason was a recolor, although you'd think that Astos would be strictly wizard-based and be all mage-like, but no, he was a fighter in that one. Oh well. Just a weird thing. And they even pointed out, like, that they always confused me for the Dark Wizard, or something like that, when you were talking to the Dark Fighter back at that floor with all the ghost fire things, and also I should really stop picking Optimize because it doesn't do anything, and I end up just switching my sword, or my ribbon,